what can you tell me about Kevin Durant's readiness to return to the lineup and take you to what you were attempting to do when you signed Kevin Durant?
Well, I think that if you go to the games this weekend, you see him standing there in his street clothes in the timeouts, turning his back to the basket and just keep flipping the ball into the basket. It's his life. I mean, there's no pause button is intention, and there's no pause button as attention. And now the only question is the medical clearance for him to go full force. And I think you have to measure that against the reality of the remaining dates of the schedule. There's little change in where we'll be between now and the end of the year, and so the idea is to be predictably cautious with his reinsertion into the program, and I think that's what Steve Kerr and Bob Myers are attempting to do. So I think you'll see him towards the very end of the season getting reworked into the lineup.
So in terms of what you've done in your career, Peter, being a longtime movie producer, head of studios, you've dealt with talent in as many ways, and certainly in this level here on both coasts, et cetera. Where did the Durant negotiations to try and get him to play for the Warriors rank for you in terms of a unique situation, Peter?
Well, wherever you're trying to make somebody make a macro move like that, a real macro move, their career, they have a lot of advisors, and so you have to, manage the process carefully, and you have to be willing to lose, not just to win. There are other folks always trying to get actors or composers or singers or athletes to their venue or their movie or their television show, and you're in competition with them. So you have to have a robust offering, and you have to have something that satisfies the people around him, that your attention and intention are aligned, and your feet, wallet, tongue, and heart are all aligned so that you're authentic. And if you can sell that authenticity of your program and of how you deal with your talent effectively, you have a shot. And just like in basketball, you win some and you lose some. So, and I don't mean that in a kind of like, laissez-faire way. I just think that, sometimes you cast a movie a certain way and you get Jack Nicholson or Tom Cruise or, and it works, and sometimes you don't get them, and the other person that comes in becomes a star. And in this case, Kevin Durant, we had a really good team, really, really wonderful team, playing wonderfully, and Kevin Durant was a piece that we felt was a macro change and a growth opportunity, and so we swung for the fences. And you do that, and when you do that, sometimes you lose. So if you can't lose, you can't win, because you usually don't try. But the point is, we think that we made a good move, and the truth is, even when he went out, you looked at the last 10 games against the teams we played, we did pretty well.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.